You know, I really did used to be a varmint hunter, and I was pretty good at it. Helped put me through school. If you want to kill Mr. Beaver or Mr. Weasel, you need to know the lay of the land. If you don't know that, good luck. I want to shoot a Hibagon. Shoot him with a good camera or a trail cam. We need to know the lay of this land. Knowing this mountain inside and out, literally inside and out, is never going to take away from our primary mission. It is only going to help. It's only going to make our odds better. I'm getting comments and emails from people who agree with my bosom mate, my good friend, our anonymous kook, and me. They also saw that cone and said to themselves, that is one suspicious-looking cone. Here's one, if I may. It's a public comment, so I hope you don't mind. Public comments are public, I think. Mike says he immediately thought of Silbury Hill. Silbury Hill? What dat? Well, it's only the biggest and tallest prehistoric man-made mound in Europe. Well, thank you, Mike. It has a fascinating history up through Roman Britain and up till today. I really enjoyed learning about that. It's wonderful. Yeah, I see a family resemblance with our cone. And we have mounds all over Japan, too. Some big, some small. Could this be a man-made mound? I suggested that someone could have scraped this area flat, the Ikenodan area, and heaped the dirt up over there. Well, here's another area where it looks like that could have happened. Sure, you could fill up baskets of dirt and run them up there all day long. You could do it with wooden scrapers and bamboo baskets. Hey, give me enough guys. Listen, right now we have about 120 people on this channel. If we all filled 10 baskets a day each, we could get this thing done. Looking straight north now. If this here were a doorway, I think it would conveniently line up with the winter solstice. I think. I'll be there. I'll be standing right there in a few weeks. How could a fella check if that lines up with the winter solstice without having to learn a lot of stuff? Is there an app? Help me out, guys, because I know nothing about astrology or whatever. It bores me to death, and I don't have a head for it. So set me up with an app. Now, these small mounds that my family visited, they're in our city. Their doors point to the sun at winter solstice. And so does that cleft in that giant bird rock formation on Mukaishima. Cone, mound. Well, do we have any confirmation? Any confirmation outside of Kyle's mashed potatoes that he calls a brain? Maybe. These lines, this one here is 800 meters long. Guys, I didn't make them. I didn't sneak out of bed and drive up here night after night and carve these things into the mountainside. Honest. I can't find anything about them. Whatever search terms I use, Well, here's an example. I search for radial lines in Japanese. Okay, I get images like these. Yeah, that's the kind of thing I want. I add Mount Hiba, and then I only get timetables for train lines and bus lines. That's all. Nobody has written about them. Nobody has commented on them. My friends at the university aren't interested in them. They have no curiosity. Not a spark of curiosity in their mashed potatoes. You can tell me that this cone here is natural. Maybe you can even make up some story about how nature created it. You can tell me I'm crazy for imagining it might be man-made. Get me doubting myself. Okay. Okay, smart guy. Nature did not do this. You can still say I'm crazy. I know I'm not crazy here. And you can tell me all day long how wind and rain over thousands or millions of years, wind and rain made these lines. Yeah. Well, wind and rain, if you take this line, this big line here, and extend it, just keep following this line. It takes you to the top of this cone, right to the top. It points you, and it takes you to the top. These people, whoever did this, were very meticulous, very precise. They loved their lines. We keep finding that out. I remembered that stripe stone, remember? Covered with what? Stripes. Lines. I looked up that thing. The main line, this one here. It says here that it points straight to the Hiba summit. Well, it does that. It points to the Hiba summit straight through the imperial tomb of Izanami. And if we extend that line further, it also goes to the top, the tippy top of our cone. So stripe stone points to the tomb of Izanami, the Hiba summit, and to our cone summit. And this long radial line points straight to our cone summit. I would not be surprised to find more lines from other directions pointing to our cone summit, but 2 confirmations is enough for me. Thank you, wind and rain. I now think this is the main feature of interest on Mount Hiba. It might not be the key to it all, but it's part of the key to it all. Amazon.com does not sell soil core drills. I checked, and they don't. We don't have a geology store in Fukuyama that sells soil core drills, not that I know of. I'd like to take a soil core here. Jody gave me that idea. Thank you, Jody. All right, we are learning more about the Hibagons, the Hiba monsters, Mount Hiba home, his habitat. Here's a big question. Does the Hibagon know these things? Is he here because of these prehistoric secrets? Does he care? Even if he knew, does he care? Or is he merely enjoying the peace and quiet that a sacred mountain provides? Inquiring, beastly, hairy foreigner minds want to know. They called him Satori. They said he could read men's thoughts. I bet he could read this mountain and tell us all about it. They're not dumb, that's for sure. They're still smarter than us by a lot where it matters to them. Okay, the cone summit is a mound. 60 meters tall, it is much bigger than Silbury Hill. If anyone works in a university in any capacity, admissions clerk, anything, borrow, in quotation marks, borrow a core drill and send it to me. I'll bore into this thing when no one's looking, especially when my wife isn't looking. Trail cams, someone asked me what's the plan. Put 'em up overnight? Put 'em up for a week? I said, no. This is my fault. Excuse me. I talk with one person, and then I think I remember it like I made a video and everyone knows. No, sorry, here's the plan. I've already decided to go up to Mount Hiba twice a year. For myself, I want to do it. I plan to leave the trail cams for about 6 months at a time and go and get them every autumn and every spring. Maybe I should go 3 times a year. Check them every 4 months. I'd love to do that. I want constant surveillance of chosen locations. The cameras need to come out so I can download the photos and recharge them, I guess. I don't know. I don't have the cameras yet. I got to get them and then read the user's manual. But I guess you'd have to take them down and recharge them at the hotel, put them back up the next day. Maybe change locations. Maybe put one back in the same location but pointing a different way. Keep the Hibagon on their toes. Hope to trip one up. So that's the plan. Basically, year-round monitoring of selected locations. You can help. Fund a trail cam. We can set one up, including SIM card, for about $100. We'll put your name on it. Bob's trail cam, Nancy's trail cam, Roger's trail cam. You can choose where you want me to put it. We can start a betting pool. Whose trail cam finds Hibagon first? If you prefer, fund an audio recorder. We can leave it out overnight. Fund a drone. Help get me to that convergence point. It's only 100 meters. It'll be the scariest 100 meters of my life, though. Fund me a pair of tough boots to go with my snake guards. And if you have other ideas, get in touch with me. Hey, what I really need is, I really need a friend in the Japanese mafia, the Yakuza. I want a black market Pfeiffer Zeliska 600 Nitro Express revolver. That would probably slow a Hibagon down. $40 a round. All right, have a super duper weekend. Oh, that stripe stone video, I took it from a YouTube channel called Hahioka. He's a Japanese fellow from around here, and he has several videos taken on Mount Hiba. You'll be able to recognize some things. Look in this video description for the link. Okay, bye-bye.